So you had a joke to tell me, let's hear it.
I have a little joke to say. What do you call a mama cow after she has a baby?
Well, it's not a heifer, so it'd be a cow.
No.
What?
She's decaffeinated.
That's bad.
It's funny. So we're out here at my new leased property, and a surprise summer thunderstorm came up. We dodged it with the load of hay getting over here, but once we got here, I mean, it's just soaked. You can see the water drips on all this, but like there's full out puddles out here. I'm splashing around. It's just soaking wet. So the problem is we got a 2-wheel drive tractor and it's just serious hills all up and down this. So Daddy's gonna have to figure out how to get these off the trailer and down into the barn, which is kind of down in like a gully anyway. He strapped them bad boys down. He said his first 2 loads this morning were chuggling around and he was afraid they were gonna pop off. There's a big old puddle over here. I was gonna show you my big old puddle. Ah! Yep, there it is. Yeah, I stepped out of the truck and I jumped in this puddle because we were like, well, it didn't rain too much over here. And then, yeah, no, it did. It did. It's a bunch of rain. Well, it's good to know that it rains over here even when we hardly get any at home. So it's good for my grass. Just not necessarily good for my dry grass here on the trailer. So since we're on the subject of hay, so this hay has had a long life already. So one of Daddy's tractor customers and my old cattle boss man went in together. And I believe they split one field of hay. So if one of them did part of the work, he'd get half the hay, and then if the other one did the other half of the work, he'd get half the hay. And so Daddy just happened to hearsay about what was going on with it. And I was sad because we didn't have time to get out here and mow some of this off for hay for the winter time. Hay is very important for getting through hard winters, of course. And last year I was caught with my britches down, didn't have no hay, but I didn't know I was going to need it. So the goal for this year was to have more hay than we did need. So Daddy figured and got a deal on this, so we went ahead and grabbed it and brought it over here. So we're thankful for having our different farm friends and different whole situations throughout everywhere. It's still thundering. It had to have been pouring over here. Just a pouring. For as wet as it is, and Daddy was not here. It wasn't long ago Daddy was over here. I think they said it was a 15% chance of rain today, and it looks like there was at least a ½ inch rain on the ground. Oh well. The crop farmers would love to have that about a week and a half ago. That's the story on gathering up this hay. I think what he's been saying is he whacks them off of the trailer. Yep, that's what he's gonna do. So he can pick them up better. He just plops it down on the ground. Okay. It's always different ways to do different jobs. you don't have the correct equipment for the job, you can make the job efficient. Whee! Them suckers are heavy. I was trying to get one out of the barn by myself the other day, and I threw out both shoulders. That's called being stubborn, so don't do that. The loader makes it look so easy though. I thought I could just roll it out of the barn and then roll it out to the pasture just with my own two hands. No. You hit a pothole and you're stuck there forever. And look at that. You just scoop it up and it just goes. Don't hit my new post. Oh. My heart. Whee! Once he unloads the fuel, we'll have to go down into the barn and see how good it looks. I'm so excited to have this nice barn to put my hay in. It doesn't look like much from up here, but man, it is a nice barn. I'm so grateful for this whole property. Off to the barn. This hay is very dry. We were so scared it was gonna get wet on the way here. I mean, there's like maybe a little itsy bitsy bit of dampness, but I think he was gonna spread them out a little bit just in case. I mean, but it's, look how pretty. It's fresh. I wish you could smell it. It smells so good. Off down into the barn. We'll wait for him to take a few more and then we'll go down and I'll show you the barn. But it's steep. Look how he's having to drive just to get around in there. Like it has a bit of a drop off where cows in the past have walked a trail and it's just made it just ridiculously steep. So you can tell which side of the property we've cleaned up and then the pieces that we still have to go. Oh, hi. I didn't know I had a secret admirer right behind me. What you doing, buddy? Uh-huh, what you doing? Never know around here, you just never know. Just to show you how steep it is down through here. Like this hill right here just sinks right in. There's my new post. They did a bunch of work while I was at camp, so I'm kind of seeing everything for the first time again now too. So we'll clean all this up in the fall. I thought there was a place to get around right here, but it looks kind of sketch. So we're gonna go down here. Oh yeah. This is probably the worst spot he's having to deal with, getting this hay up through here. Look how wet it is. That's crazy. But then there's concrete pad. Now this is luxurious. Look at the pretty haystacks. Isn't it beautiful? Man, boy, I'm so grateful for this. Dry place to keep my hay. Oh, so grateful.
Co-pilot, where are we going?
You're my co-pilot?
I'm your co-pilot, okay. Driver, whatever you are.
I'm the chauffeur right now.
Chauffeur, okay. Let's get a look at your helpers. You got me, of course.
Yeah, and then I got extra help. We needed backup.
We got some backup back here in the back.
Paw Patrol.
Paw Patrol. Oh, they're so happy.
Gotta go for the ride. They have no idea.
They think when we're going somewhere in the evenings, because we usually move fence in the evenings, that they're going to go with us. But they have no idea. They've never been to this farm before. So
they don't know what's coming. Y'all just ride and don't know where the destination is.
So where are we heading?
So we're going to my new pasture. We have like 3 more steps to do before I can move my cows over. Like we're down to like the very last 2 weeks of work on the half we've been working on. And of course we got to do the whole other half this fall. But we're just 3 steps away, which is putting on the corner insulators, which are the glass or the fiberglass.
Yeah.
And Daddy made those in the living room floor the other day. So all we have to do is crimp them to the post. And then the next thing we have to do is run wire. So we'll run all the wire. And then the third thing we have to do, well, there's actually a 4th thing now that I think about it. So the third thing we have to do is put tighteners on all of it. That's just a step you have to take with electric wire, just to tighten everything up to make sure it's not loose anywhere or sagging. Then the last thing we got to do is test it all. So we got to connect all the fences together with little connector wires, and then we have to go in and actually put a real fence box charger up, and then we'll test it on all 4 sides, and everywhere where we had to go across a gate and had to put ground wire. Oh, we got to put ground wire in too still. Boy, I just keep coming up with different things. So we have 5 more steps to go before my cows can get there. But we're really hoping to get this done in the next 2 weeks. So I hope y'all enjoy our last crunch of this time. Ooh, you hear that crying? There's little baby bunnies. There's one crawling around over here. But I just try to get a little video of it. It's down here somewhere. There's a nest.
Boom, no. Get out of there.
Oh, good gracious, big old nest. I'm scared to poke my finger in there. There's Mama's hair. There's a little nest of them. I guess they just started coming out. The one I saw had its eyes open. Just cover them back up. Oh, there's one. Get it. Hey, little baby bunny. You big enough to get outside?
Boom.
Good boy. Yeah.
So we got the corners of the corral up.
Somebody didn't weed eat.
Joey made these in the air conditioner the other day, and got Miracle out here. She's leaking. I don't know why she's leaking.
Hot. A little hot.
Little hot.
A little hot.
Even your arms are leaking.
Sweat like a man. If you work like one, you'll sweat like one. Just try it. So Daddy messed up the end on this one, and we can't get or Mother can't get the crimp onto the end of it. So she's been straightening it out. It's the 3rd try. Maybe 3rd try is the charm.
Ah! Ta-da!
Yay!
So how you like my fence post? Well, we decided to do it. Show them the fence post.
Oh yeah, the fence post is out there in the sun. And Booty is as hot as we are, so we decided to come over here and do it in the shade. We're just going to slip them over the top of the post. Over here we can do that because there ain't no other fences connected to that one.
Alright, ready for you to crimp.
We're out here working on our fence again. So as usual, we're going to be spying on the neighbors. Looks like they've got a lot of work done this week too. They put them in a new driveway and a fancy culvert. Look at that. They're not out there to spy on today, but you can tell they've been there. They're still farms, man, getting things done. So, I've pinched the crud muffin out of my fingers doing this job today, and I broke a nail. There's reasons why I do not like manicures, pedicures, the whole 9 yards. That first, it's a waste of money. You could do it at home if you really tried. And as soon as I walk into the field, like I don't even have to touch nothing, and they start chipping. Hey y'all, so Mama wanted me to talk a little bit more about myself. So tonight is a Friday night. It's about 6, 7 o'clock, and me and my mom's been out here fencing all afternoon in the hot. And I am 23 years old, and that's what I consider fun on a Friday night. So I just got out of my hard winter. I've had a good summer after that. My cows lost their pasture that we had a 7-year lease on after only being there for 17 months. So they've been living at my house, which was nice because they had their babies right there in my backyard, so I was able to be there for them. But this has been crunch time of getting this pasture over with. It was a blessing. A friend just came by one day and knocked on our door and said, I know Miracle needs a pasture. She needs to come out here and fix this one up. So my family's been out here all summer long working on this pasture, and honestly we're only going to have half to 3/4 of it done when I bring the cows over here. We put a divider fence up in the middle so we didn't have to work on the other side of the fence. The fence is just so far gone we had to completely take it down on the other 3 sides and put it back up. So it's just been a whole summer process, but my family's helped me with it, and I've been out here almost every single day that I was able to, out here working on this fence. So we're just a couple weeks away. I can taste them. The sweat's rolling down my face right now. It's kind of burning my eyeball. But we are only a couple weeks away, maybe even less time, to getting my cows in this pasture. I'm so excited for them to finally be back on a rotational grazing system. It's my mama cows, so the babies aren't quite eating grass yet. But I'm just so excited to get them back on a regular grazing schedule. That's what the cows are supposed to be on, and I'm so excited to get them back to their basics, back to what the cattle need. They need fresh forage every day, and they have not had that on our little small property all winter. So this is going to be wonderful for them, and I'm so excited to have them back out here, and I'm so thankful for the landowners for allowing me to have this for this little while. And thank y'all for coming and joining me on this journey. It's been a doozy. So welcome to job number 3 of the day. So one of the jobs that I've had since I was 8 years old was farm sitting. So I have one business called Critter Care, and that's when I go out to different farms around the neighborhood and I feed farmers animals while they're on trips or business trips.
So what do you specialize in?
So I specialize in farm animals, livestock. So I may let dogs out and take care of cats, but I specialize in taking care of large farm animals. I do everything from get the mail to milk cows. I'm specialized in doing all types of medicine. If you just show me how to do it one time, I know how to do it. Having the skills of being a farmer anyway helps me a lot for this job. But I've been doing it ever since I was 8. One of the neighbors came by and asked me to feed their horses one day, and so I've done it ever since. So these are some clients that I got in college, and I love their mom. They're some of my faves, so y'all are good, ain't you? Yeah. But that's just one of my many jobs I do. I have my own critter care business, and I will travel around 10-15 mile radius of my house. So that's something else perhaps some people didn't know about me.